Okay, so let's talk about this full moon in Taurus. So what does full moon mean? The full moon is about completions and gains. It's a positive energy. So you may be having some completion, something come to complete, to some resolutions and having it come complete. But the full moon is also about letting go. And I explain it this way. If in our whole self, our higher self, our wholeness, we can accept and have unlimited energy run through us, right? But in this field, and on this earth, in this realm, there's only so much energy that can run through us in this physicalness, right? And so if you're holding on to a relationship, or holding on to a situation, or holding on to things that no longer serve you, that's all that you're holding on into your energetic field, right? And so if that's there, then you can't accept the new stuff, or the new blessings, or the new situations, or the new love affairs, or the new people coming in, right? You can try, but it's going to feel very uncomfortable. And so what we can do in this full moon, because it's about completions and letting go, is to let go of what no longer serves us, right? So that's kind of what you can use the full moon with. Now, with the full moon being in Taurus, Taurus is about luxury. Taurus is about beauty. Taurus is about routine. But Taurus is about tactile. So Taurus wants physical. So I feel like with this full moon, as you release and as you let go and let it flow through, you could be getting physical manifestations, including finances, people, family. Like, it just kind of depends on your aspect, right? So the full moon in Libra, and sorry, I was just looking at Libra. The full moon in Taurus is going to be in your 10th house. So what's your 10th house about? Your 10th house is about your persona, the way that you bring yourself out into the world. It could be your fame. So it's about your life purpose and what's going on and what you want to do in this world, right? So that's the full moon in Taurus is going to be in your 10th house, which is telling me that some things are going to come to completion. And maybe like you've been working on a degree, or maybe you've been working on a project, or maybe you've been, whatever this is, it's going to bring physical manifestations. It looks like it can come through on the full moon, not just on the full moon, but with the fixed signs, you'll feel the energy of the full moon. So you'll have manifestations for a month. So the fixed signs get to have it for a month, and Leo, you're a fixed sign. So you get that energy coming in for a month. You'll get to feel that for a month. So you could have these completions of things, these letting go of things. And as you let go of things that no longer serve you, you have room to bring in more stuff, right? The things that you've actually called for. Okay. And this is all going on in your 10th house. So you could also get recognition, like for the things that you've done and working so hard. I mean, I see accolades in there with that full moon. Now, the sun is opposing in the 6th house. So they're going to be opposing each other. But Neptune is going to be trining. So you're going to have Neptune, the sun, and the moon working together, right? In this beautiful aspect, in this beautiful energy. And Neptune is the protector. Neptune is the fated stuff, the divine stuff, the stuff that you had maybe worked on in another life and you wanted to experience it in this life. And so this is the stuff that's from the outer realms, the other realms, and even the angelic realms for some of you. It's the collective consciousness, right? And so Neptune has this energy that's going to be bringing to not just your moon, because it's sextiling with the moon, but the sun with that trine. So to me, the 8th house is about your debt and other people's money and the occult and the hidden, and it's the I transform house. So I feel like your life, your phase can be changing, like really changing, like in a physical way changing. Like maybe you move to another country, or maybe you move to another town, or maybe you get a job that you've been wanting for so long and then like you forgot about it and then it comes through. Like that's what I feel like this 8th house is. And so the 8th, the 10th, and the 6th. And the 6th where your sun is at, is your daily work, your daily routine, and where also you help others. So if you're with this 10th house and the 6th house and this 8th house, if your purpose is about helping others, I can see where you get a lot of manifestations in this next month as you're letting go of things, as your life is changing. And it's already started changing, but I feel like you're like even more so for the better. Okay, so that's what's going to be going on with the full moon in Taurus on November 4th or 5th. I will do another video about Scorpio, the new moon in Scorpio, and I am going to do that steps to take full moon or ritual or however you want to call it. Okay, so let's get started with your cards. I think this is a great time for you. So in your past, it looks like not just physically but emotionally and the faded stuff, like you started feeling better, things started calming down, resources started coming in, relationships may have come in, people may have started, like, I feel like you feel better, everything just started calming down, and actions were being taken, but then you started getting manifestations, right? That's what I feel like what was going on maybe in October, and maybe September it started for you guys. So you have the Wheel of Fortune. So there are two positive cards, complete positive, what do y'all call positive, in my deck, and that's the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune. And you guys have the Wheel of Fortune in the recent past, so it looks like you already started getting manifestations, you already started getting these things, and that's probably why you were feeling this way, like, oh my gosh, everything's more stable and I'm feeling better and things are happening, and you know, the right people are around, and I'm feeling better. Like, that's what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like you got physical finances, you've got, like, maybe you got a car, maybe you got a home, maybe like you got possessions, you got things, and then you started actually like doing better with your relationships. I kind of feel like you're just doing better. This is the Wheel of Fortune, so you can go, you're on your way up, Leo. Like, that's all I can say for you this year, is that you're on your way up. All the work that you've been doing, the stuff that you've been clearing this last year, looks like you're on your way up. So congratulations. Now, this is your present. So to me, the present is now to 2 weeks, but because of this full moon being a month, I mean, it could be even 3 weeks for you guys. So it looks like there's a decision you have to make with this news coming in. So this is news felt on an emotional level, right? And to me, this feels like I have worked so hard on this project, I've worked so hard on my life, and I've worked so hard to make things stable, and finally these things are coming in and I don't want to mess it up, right? So I feel like with this news, you have to make a decision about this. And this can be in several areas of your life, because you're becoming more stable in your life and you don't want to mess it up. You don't want to be where you were. You're like, I got to make sure that I'm doing this right. I got to make sure that I'm really counting, you know, myself as well as those around me, right? That's what I'm feeling like. That's what you'll be dealing with in like the next 2 weeks with this news coming in. Again, it'll be felt on an emotional level. And some of you, that's not a good emotion, because some of you are like, I really should let go of this person, or I really should let go of this thing that I can no longer control. Like, this is a choice that you have to make, okay? And so depending on how you do it, depending on your choice, it's your aspect, will depend on how it goes for you, okay? I mean, I see you're on your way up, so I don't see that you make mistakes. You never make mistakes, you're a Leo. But sometimes you can love so much that you forget about yourself. I know that's hard for people to believe, but that does really happen. So, in your near future, which to me is the end of November into December, so you have beginnings that are coming, and they're going to come from nowhere. And I feel like in your work area and in your family, like, things are shocking you how well they're going, and you're like, come on, I can't get more and more and more and more, but you are. And so I feel like you have a new beginning that's something that maybe you had been working on way in the past and forgot about it, and now it's coming through. So whatever this is, it's going to come from nowhere. It's going to feel fast, and this may be part of the decision making you're having to do. Okay, now the physical part, or the things that are going to happen, is you this is the Palace of Wands. So this is a state of mind. So they're saying with this new beginning that comes in, with these choices that you have to make, you are planning, and keep the passion within you to plan what it is that you want. Don't forget what you want and start thinking about what everybody else wants. Stay centered and remember what you want. Have the passion for what you want so that you can create those things in your life. Does that make sense? This is an important part. So I feel like after these things are coming, at the end of November into December, you'll start planning about what is my heart open to? Where am I really passionate at? What area of my life? And that's what I feel like you'll be doing towards the end of November and into December. But it has to do with this new beginning. So this comes from nowhere. This one's going to shock you. This one's going to surprise you. And I feel like it's because you're like, everything's gone so well, something's got to mess up, and it's not. It's going to come. It's going to continue to come because you work so hard at it. Now, in your romance, you have offerings coming. So if you're single, you have this person coming, and it could be this because they're both swords. But this is an offering that comes from nowhere. This person knows how to make you laugh. This person's a little light and airy, which means they know how to sort of get you out of that mood of, okay, I'm being really serious, right? So they sort of know how to make you smile, make you think a little differently, kind of tease your brain a little, which you like. So whoever this is, they're come in to help you smile again and help you laugh again, right? Now, if you're coupled, then this is a great time that you're going to have together in the month of November. It's going to feel better. It's going to feel like you're doing something different. It's going to feel like maybe it once did before, but maybe you're doing things differently, but you're happy with each other and you're excited about the possibilities again. That's what I'm seeing for your romance. Congratulations, Leo. It's like time. So in your finance, you have the Four of Coins. So let me say this. You have things coming in and finances coming in and things going your way. And what can happen is that you can let go of them so easily, right? Because you're so loving and you're so giving that you just like give it all away. And so what they're saying with this card is in your finances, this has to do with this too and this, like all three of these. In your finances, just remember why you're giving and doing what you're doing, okay? They're not saying not to give, because you want to give some. Like if you see somebody in need, yes, of course. But they're saying remember to love yourself enough that you keep your resources as well, right? So this is about you balancing. This is about you working hard for all of your stuff. Working hard for your finances, working hard for your stability. This person has worked very hard for what they have. And so they're the keeper of the key. And they can either give it all up or they can give none of it. And so I feel like most times some people don't give any of it, but you're like giving it all of it. So there's a balance in that, and they're asking you to look at that in the month of November. So congratulations. Now, I'm going to turn over this card, and this will be the theme that you'll be working through in the month of November. So let's see what this is. Oh, you have the Three of Coins. So it looks like you're going to be working on, see this Three of Coins, this is about working on the details of stuff. When you have this card, this person has become a master at what they are or who they are because they've worked on it so long, because they worked on so much detail of it. Right? But what can happen is they're so detail oriented and so focused on working on it that they don't even realize they're the master. And you don't understand that you're the master until you bring that out to the world and share it with the community, right? So what they're saying is you've been so focused on attaining the things that you have that in the month of November, it looks like you are going to continue to stay focused on those things, but remember that you have to come up for fresh air sometimes, right? Remember to love yourself. Remember to take that time out for yourself. And remember, if you've been working, like, because you guys can work, oh my gosh. So if you've been working like 7 days straight or 6 days straight, take a day off. Like, relax. It's okay.